Welcome back, Kotter. The star's tragic ending. Welcome back, Kotter. The famous 70s TV series is more than just the story of a teacher returning to teach at his old school. Behind the laughter, fun of the Sweathogs class, and the sincere teacher-student relationship lies a series of painful tragedies in real life. This film is not only a symbol of the golden age of American television, but it is also associated with the painful fate of talented actors who passed away in tragic ways, leaving behind stories full of obsession and emotion. The list of people who participated in this film seems to be surrounded by an unspoken curse. One by one, they face sudden and unexpected deaths. Let's take a look at the 10 members of the film crew. Welcome back, Kotter, who tragically passed away. 1. Ron Palillo, Arnold Orhack. Unexpected death from lung cancer. Ron Palillo, who plays Arnold Orhack, the character with the goofy laugh and catchphrase, "Oh, loved by millions of viewers, is one of the colorful highlights of Welcome Back, Kotter. Orhack, in the movie, is a silly but sincere student, with a heart full of enthusiasm. However, few people know that behind that smile are big dark areas in the life of Ron Palillo in real life. After Welcome Back, Kotter ended, Ron Palillo struggled with his acting career. The role of Orhack has become so iconic, making it difficult for him to escape the shadow of this naive character. His career stagnated and did not achieve as much success as expected. But instead of giving up, Palillo spent most of his time teaching acting at the University of Texas, dedicating his passion to the younger generation of actors. However, Palillo's life began to sink into darker days when he was diagnosed with lung cancer. This terrible disease gradually ravaged his health, and despite a fierce fight, Palillo died on August 14, 2012, at just 63 years old. His passing came as a big shock to fans, especially those who loved the character Arnold Orhack. Ron Palillo's death not only reminds people of a talented actor, but also symbolizes what an artist can endure when away from the spotlight. He left a big void in the hearts of fans, and especially in the hearts of his colleagues who wrote the legendary story, Welcome Back, Kotter, with him. 2. Robert Hegyes, Juan Epstein. Fatal heart attack. Robert Hegyes as Juan Epstein, one of the unique Sweathogs, students full of personality, conquered the audience with his charming and humorous acting. His character, with his mischievous personality and eloquence, became a symbol of unruliness, but also full of affection. But Robert's fate in real life is not as brilliant as the successful years of the film. After Welcome Back, Kotter ended, Hegyes continued to pursue an acting career with a few small roles in other television series. However, his biggest mark is still the role of Juan Epstein. Robert Hegyes never escaped the shadow of this character, and his career gradually faded. However, he is still loved by fans, and that has helped Hegyes maintain his passion for art. However, on January 26, 2012, Robert Hegyes breathed his last after a sudden heart attack. He passed away at the age of 60, leaving behind countless sorrows and regrets for those who loved him. For many, Hegyes' passing is not only a loss for his family, but also a loss for an entire generation of moviegoers who grew up laughing at Welcome Back, Kotter. 3. John Sylvester White, Vice Principal Mr. Woodman, died alone. John Sylvester White, with the role of Mr. Woodman, the strict but affectionate vice principal, created an indispensable part in the movie, Welcome Back, Kotter. Woodman, although always annoyed with the Sweathogs class and teacher Gabe Kotter, has a soft heart, hiding behind a cold exterior, a teacher who cares about his students. After the movie ended, John Sylvester White gradually retired to a discreet and simple life. He almost withdrew from the entertainment industry, choosing to live a reclusive life. Although he no longer appears on television, White is always remembered for this classic role. However, the loneliness in his life gradually became more obvious when he chose to live away from social relationships. Tragedy struck when White died suddenly on September 11, 1988, from a stroke. He passed away quietly and alone, making many fans sad when they heard the news. Those who loved Mr. Woodman had to face the unspeakable pain of knowing that, behind that smile and humorous role, was a man who lived his last days in solitude. The death of John Sylvester White is a reminder of the shortness and fragility of life, and also a tribute to an actor who left a deep impression on the audience through his role as a strict teacher, but full of humanity.
4. Marcia Strassman, Julie Kotter. Exhausting battle with cancer. Marcia Strassman, who plays Julie Kotter, the wife of teacher Gabe Kotter, has become the image of a smart, sensitive wife who always supports her husband in all difficulties. However, off-screen, Strassman's life was an uneven battle with breast cancer, a disease that she struggled to fight for many years. First diagnosed with the disease in the early 2000s, Strassman remained resilient and continued acting, even actively supporting cancer-related charitable causes. However, her illness became more and more serious and left her no longer healthy enough to continue her career. Her courageous struggle lasted until October 24, 2014, when she passed away at the age of 66. Even though she was mentally prepared, Marcia Strassman's passing still left an unfillable void in her heart. Fan. She is not only a symbol of welcome back, Kotter, but also an example of strength and resilience. Those who loved Julie Kotter will forever remember the image of that gentle, intelligent woman, and the sadness over her loss still lingers in the hearts of fans. 5. Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs, Freddie Boom Boom, Washington. Tragic accident. Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs, who plays Freddie Boom Boom, Washington, a guy with a witty humor and bright smile, made a strong mark in Welcome Back, Kotter. With his bright appearance and confident style, Freddie is always the one who brings laughter and optimism to the Sweathogs class. However, fate was unforgiving with Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs in real life. In 2022, a terrible traffic accident happened while he was driving on a dangerous stretch of highway. Although he was promptly treated and taken to the hospital in critical condition, Lawrence could not survive due to his severe injuries. His passing was not only a shock to his family, but also to fans who were attached to the image of Freddie Boom Boom on screen. His sudden death broke the hearts of audiences who loved Freddie's cunning and intelligence. Boom Boom is gone forever, but the image of this guy still lives on in the memories of many people who love the movie, as with her bright and humorous performance. However, after leaving the spotlight, her life was engulfed in unexpected tragedies. Scott's life changed forever after her fiancé, a police officer, died in the September 11th terrorist attacks. The pain of losing her lover caused her to never fully recover. In 2005, Debralee Scott died suddenly at the age of 52. According to official reports, she died due to complications from liver disease, partly related to poor health and lifestyle. But Scott's death raises many big questions. Many people speculate that the mental pain and depression after her fiancé's death drove her into despair and contributed to the tragic end of her life. Regardless, Scott's passing remains shrouded in mystery, and her life story becomes one of the Welcome Back, Kotter cast's most heartbreaking tragedies. In the blink of an eye, a bright star passed away, leaving a void that is difficult to fill in the hearts of those who love it. 7. Arnold Soboloff, producer. Unexpected tragic accident. Arnold Soboloff, the man behind the success of Welcome Back, Kotter, is a talented and dedicated producer. With his creative vision and astute management abilities, he helped film become a cultural phenomenon in the 1970s. However, his life ended suddenly and tragically. In 1994, when Soboloff was returning home from a stressful meeting, his car had a serious accident on the highway. This accident happened so quickly and suddenly that he could not survive. Arnold Soboloff's death was not only a huge shock to family and friends, but also left a void in the entertainment industry that is difficult to fill. He is not only a producer, but also a person who always cares, loves, and fully supports those who have worked with him. The legacy that Soboloff left behind is successful film projects, and his image in the hearts of his colleagues is always a talented and enthusiastic leader. 8. George Carlin, guest actor. The passing of a legend. George Carlin, one of the greatest comedians of all time, appeared on Welcome Back, Kotter, as a guest actor. Carlin is famous for his satirical and profound humor, always challenging social norms. He was not only a comedian, but also a cultural icon, whom an entire generation loved for his courage and outspokenness. However, on June 22, 2008, George Carlin suddenly died of a heart attack, ending an illustrious career with countless successes and respect from the art world. His passing is not only a great loss for the comedy industry, but also makes many fans regretful. Carlin left a bold mark in the history of American comedy and is remembered as an irreplaceable legend. The laughter he brought, along with his profound messages, are forever engraved in the hearts of fans. 9. Bob Harcum, Post-Production Director, Silent Death. Bob Harcum, who served as post-production director on Welcome Back, Kotter, has been quietly creating screen masterpieces from behind the scenes. He is the one who makes every scene in the movie perfect, making every small detail meaningful. Although not a prominent name in public, Harcum is an important pillar that helps the film become a huge success. In 2010, after a long battle with cancer, Harcum passed away quietly, passing away in the arms of his loved ones. He is a silent contributor to the film industry, but his contribution is undeniable. Harcum never appeared in the spotlight, but what he left behind on the screen will forever be treasured by viewers. His passing did not cause as big a buzz as other stars, but for those who worked with him, Bob Harcum was always a genuine, talented, and passionate artist.
10. James Komack, Principal Director, Depression of the Soul and Painful Mental Illness. James Komack, the man behind the camera, is the creative soul of Welcome Back, Kotter. He is the one who turned the film into a television phenomenon, bringing not only laughter but also profound messages about life and education. However, Komack's life was not as sparkling as the success he brought to the audience. After years of tireless dedication to art, he began to face an invisible but cruel enemy, mental illness. The last years of James Komack's life were a series of painful days as he sank deeper into loneliness and psychological turmoil. The talent that once lit up the screen gradually faded away in confusion and depression. In 1997, he passed away quietly, alone facing the darkness of his illness. No more laughter, no more limelight. Komack left the world in solitude, leaving behind deep regrets and a series of questions about how the world views and supports people suffering from mental illness. God. The passing of James Komack is a wake-up call for the entertainment industry, where people who once brought joy to millions of audiences quietly battle private nightmares that no one knows about. Looking back at the film crew of Welcome Back, Kotter, we see that behind the halo of success and laughter lies a series of silent tragedies. From sudden deaths from illness and accidents to mental breakdown, they've left an indelible mark in the hearts of their fans. But these heartbreaking stories also remind us that life behind the screen is not always as bright as we think. People who once brought joy to generations of audiences have to face losses and loneliness that no one understands.